conquered red. You've mastered blue. You've triumphed over yellow. You've caught them all. And now you're ready for the next step. Welcome to the world of Pokemon Gold and Silver. Tons of new Pokemon, new adventures and worlds to explore, new badges to collect. So you've got to ask yourself, have you got what it takes? Pokemon Gold and Silver, rated E for everyone. Gotta catch 'em all.
Hey Pokemon fans, today we're going to be taking a look at several interesting obscure facts about Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. I hope you find these interesting as I did as we take a look. Before we get started, why don't we take this moment to hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think of this video. I put a little bit of work into it. It's my first video on this channel, so I'm really curious to see what you guys think. Thank you, and enjoy the video. In Generation 2, the fastball was originally designed to quadruple the catch rate against all wild Pokemon that can flee from battle. But, due to a glitch, this only affects 3 Pokemon, that being Magnemite, Grimer, and Tangela. And additionally, the fastball has no boosted success rate on the legendary dog Pokemon Raikou, Entei, and Suicune when roaming, which it was probably likely designed to do so. Additionally, its name and description implies that it's effective on fast Pokemon. However, like I said before, it's intended to be effective on Pokemon who are able to run away from battle. Conversely, from Generation 5 onward, it implies that its effect is to be effective on Pokemon who can run away, yet it actually is effective on Pokemon who are fast. There's actually a hidden aspect of the daycare center that the game never really tells you about. In order to prevent what the game considers genetically related Pokemon from having an egg together, certain circumstances will totally prevent an egg from appearing. That being, either they both have the same defense and special IVs, or they both have the same defense IVs and their special IVs are 8 apart. Consequently, because of how the shiny odds are determined, you cannot breed 2 shiny Pokemon in this game. This is because in order to be shiny, the defense and special IVs must both be 10. But ultimately this mechanic was abandoned 1 generation later. The reason this works is because defense is always passed down, and special is always either passed down or plus or minus 8. So it always catches parent-child or sibling-sibling, but it can also have a random chance of happening with 2 randomly caught wild Pokemon. Alright, a little bit simpler with this one, but before Generation 3, numbers are completely unavailable on the naming screens. And it's because of this that if you ever get a Porygon 2 and nickname it, it is completely impossible to ever unnickname it. In Generation 2, the effect of the Dragon Fang was accidentally given to the Dragon Scale. As a result, the Dragon Fang does absolutely nothing, while the Dragon Scale is both a type enhancement item and an evolution item. However, that's not even the only oversight with the Dragon Scale item, because actually Dragonite is programmed when found in the wild to be holding the Dragon Scale very rarely. However, Dragonite can never be found in the wild, so this goes totally unused.
There's evidence to suggest Pokemon Crystal is built directly off of Gold as opposed to Silver. In Gold, the rival's default name is Silver, which is also the case for Crystal. Combine the fact that Crystal will load the Gold border on the Super Game Boy, and it seems the developers started from Gold when beginning work on the new game. Hey y'all, that was me, Kevin from the I Like Money channel, and I just read that fact out for you guys for John Safari. So if you liked that recording, please go ahead and give me a follow. Thank you.
Hey guys, this next one's kind of a sadder, darker fact, so if you're not comfortable with that, or you're not comfortable with more serious topics such as self-harm, substance abuse, and, well, unaliving, go ahead and skip to the timestamp found in the description. Production was about halfway finished on Gold and Silver when some of the writing staff noticed a lead named Feeling Nasogu was not sitting at his desk like usual. He had been less consistent in the days leading up to this event and even skipped work on multiple occasions. Feeling was unfortunately addicted to air duster, or nitrous oxide, at the time, and was abusing it in the office on a near daily basis. His coworker, Kin Fujimake, opened up the copy room one day to scan some artwork and found Feeling lying down, face down on the ground, surrounded by papers and 3 cans of air duster. Unfortunately, his passing was met with much sadness in the Game Freak office, as his wife and several of the staff members held a vigil in his honor that night. At the time of the game's completion, they had added a character with his name as a battle opponent in the Battle Tower in Pokemon Crystal. Information regarding this event is rather scarce. My writers had actually found it translated from a copy of Famicom no Jitsu, released exclusively in Japan. Woo! That last one was a super bummer. Let's move on to something a little bit more fun and lighthearted, won't we? Anyway, in Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal, you may know that Satoru Iwata actually did a lot to help the production of that game move along, and he cut it down from somewhere up to 3 years down to just 1.5 years of production. But what you may not know is that some of the employees didn't like his contributions to the project. One of the employees, previously mentioned Kin Fujimake, actually spoke out verbally against Satoru Iwata when he wanted to change the palette sprites for Mew. Upon hearing this, Miyamoto himself actually flew to the Game Freak headquarters and went up to Kin and personally started degrading him. And when Kin refused to take that, Miyamoto lit a cigarette and put it out on the back of his hand and made all the employees sit there and watch. Talk about a buzzkill. Gee whiz. For this next fact, I decided to do something a little bit special. What I actually managed to do is contact one of the original creature designers from Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal, Mr. Kin Fujimake, and actually he will be giving an interview here for me. So, take it away, Kin.
It was a little bit different than the other games that we had developed, but even better than having my hand severely burned by Miyamoto-san. Even better than that, there was one occasion after Pizza Friday. We would have pizza on every week on Friday, and I went to the toilet, and I went to go, and not to be a little too much information, but I had the biggest crap of my life, one of the biggest poops I've ever done. And when I went to go and wipe, there was nothing on the paper. It was completely clean. It was the cleanest piece of paper I've ever seen. So I had no fecal matter on my anus, and that was probably the best experience I've ever had.
Wow, how incredibly insightful, Kin. Thank you. The question was, what was your favorite Pokemon you designed for Gen 2? Hey, if you've made it this far, then you probably liked that video a lot, so from the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching. It's incredibly important to me that my fans like what I make, and that I enjoy what I make for my fans. So, as a token of my appreciation, that's why I got a hold of that Japanese developer and gave the interview for you. So thank you again from the bottom of the deepest part of my heart, and from all my patrons' hearts too, who donate to make this possible. As a lot of you know, I was evicted from my apartment last May, and me and my 3 dogs have been living out of my car. And while it's not always easy to stop at the McDonald's to make these videos, I do it because it's truly what I enjoy. And due to my lifetime ban from the recent McDonald's, well, I've been having to make the rest of these in my car, so that's why my audio quality's been a little bit worse than what you're used to. But hey, with every dark cloud comes a silver lining, and I think that these videos are my silver lining. So from my family to yours, and from the bottom of my heart, and from the bottom of my 3 dogs' heart, and from the bottom of all my fans' hearts, and my family all around the world, thank you for making John Safari possible. And see you next time. Bye-bye.